Have you ever caught yourself thinking, life was so much better back then? Maybe you miss your childhood, your school days, an old relationship, or a period when everything seemed simpler. But what if I told you that the past you're desperately missing never actually existed the way you remember it? What if your mind has carefully edited out the stress, the uncertainty, the loneliness, and the struggles, leaving behind a highlight reel that makes your present look disappointing by comparison? Today, we're going to talk about toxic nostalgia, the dangerous habit of romanticizing the past so much that it steals your ability to enjoy the life you're living right now. Nostalgia itself isn't a bad thing. In fact, remembering good times can bring comfort, gratitude, and even motivation. The problem begins when nostalgia stops being a pleasant memory and becomes a place you mentally live in. Many people spend hours replaying old moments, wishing they could go back, convinced that their happiest days are behind them. They compare every new experience to an idealized version of the past, and unsurprisingly, the present always loses. But here's the truth. You're not comparing reality to reality. You're comparing today's full picture, with all its challenges, to a carefully filtered memory. Think about it. When you were living those good old days, were you actually aware that they were perfect? Probably not. Back then, you had worries too. You had insecurities, frustrations, disappointments, and problems that felt very real at the time. Yet years later, your brain smooths out the rough edges and preserves only the moments that make you smile. This psychological tendency isn't a flaw. It's simply how memory works. The problem is that when we forget the complete truth of the past, we create a fantasy version of it, and no present-day reality can compete with a fantasy. Toxic nostalgia becomes especially dangerous because it disguises itself as reflection when it's actually avoidance. Instead of building a better future, you're emotionally retreating into old memories. Instead of creating new experiences, you're rewatching old ones. It's like spending every day looking through the rearview mirror while trying to drive forward. Sooner or later, you're going to miss what's right in front of you. Life keeps moving, opportunities keep appearing, and meaningful moments keep happening. But you don't notice them because you're too busy mourning a past that's gone. What's even more tragic is that today's moments may eventually become tomorrow's nostalgia. The things you're overlooking right now, the conversations, the friendships, the routines, the ordinary days, might be the exact moments you'll miss years from now. Imagine looking back 10 years from today and realizing you spent so much time longing for the past that you never fully experienced the present. That's the hidden cost of toxic nostalgia. It doesn't just distort yesterday, it steals today. So how do you break free? First, recognize that missing a time period doesn't necessarily mean the time period was better. Often, what you're really missing is a feeling: security, excitement, youth, connection, hope, or freedom. Once you identify the feeling, you can start creating it in your current life, rather than searching for it in old memories. Second, challenge your nostalgia. When you catch yourself idealizing the past, remind yourself of the complete picture, not just the highlights. Be honest about both the good and the bad. And finally, focus on creating memories instead of consuming them. The best way to stop obsessing over old chapters is to start writing new ones. Remember, life isn't meant to be lived backward. The past can teach you, inspire you, and remind you of who you've been. But it should never become a prison that keeps you from becoming who you're meant to be. Every day you spend wishing you were somewhere else in time is a day you don't fully inhabit the present moment. And the present moment is the only place where change, growth, happiness, and possibility actually exist. The truth is, the past wasn't perfect, and the future isn't waiting for you to finish reliving it. Your life is happening right now, not yesterday, not 5 years ago, not during your favorite chapter. Right now. And if you keep staring at an imaginary version of the past, you might miss the real opportunities, relationships, and experiences that could make this chapter even better. If you enjoyed this video and found value in today's message, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss future content. And remember, cherish the past, learn from it, but don't live in it. Your best moments may not be behind you. They might be waiting for you to finally look forward. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.